always say today's price is not yesterday's price. So if we going off the price,
yeah,
Jason Tatum made more money than Jaylen Brown.
All right.
So I'm going off the price.
That's good, but that was a figure of speech I was using. He's the MVP of this shit.
Yeah, but trophies collect dust. I'd rather just have the money in the bank. You rather have, what career you rather have? Robert Horry or Charles Barkley? I'm just saying. I'm not saying Robert Horry wasn't important.
That's good.
But I'm going with Charles Barkley. Just me, if I won a career. We got to have all Robert Horry's rings, all it out. Robert Horry doesn't have, Charles Barkley has no ring. Karl Malone has no ring. John Stockton has no rings. Reggie Miller has no rings. I'll pick it all them over Robert Horry. The rings and things you sing about, keep them in the house.
I would actually pick Robert Horry over Charles Barkley.
It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV, back at y'all with another one. Let's get it. So I was watching Cam and Mace's It Is What It Is podcast, and they had a very, very passionate debate. They were basically asked by Stat Baby, who's the best player on Team USA, right? Mase said Anthony Edwards. Camron said Jason Tatum, right? So Mase was like, yo, my nigga, why would you say Jason Tatum and not Jaylen Brown? Because Jaylen Brown clearly was the number one option on Boston. He won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He won the regular Finals MVP. He clearly had a better season than Jason Tatum. So why are you picking Jason Tatum over Jaylen Brown? You might as well just say Jaylen Brown. And Camron's response was like, it didn't make any sense. Like, he basically was saying that Jason Tatum did more in prior years than this season. And Mase was like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about what happened based off of this season, right? We're not talking about what happened last season. We're not talking about what happened when Boston lost to the Golden State Warriors in the finals, because Camron was bringing up the fact that Jaylen Brown has trouble dribbling to the left and finishing at the basket with the left hand, which we all know has been Jaylen Brown's biggest flaws. Is his handles, right? And dribbling with the left hand, finishing with the left hand, right? And it's something that he improved on this year. He made the effort to improve on that this year, and we've seen that. We've seen Jaylen Brown finishing with the left hand. We've seen Jaylen Brown dribbling with the left hand. He worked on it, right? He improved on it, right? So Mase was like, why are you bringing this up? That didn't happen this year. And, then Camron goes on to say, oh, well, Jason Tatum, he just got a bigger contract than Jaylen Brown. Yeah, that's only because Jaylen Brown signed his contract first. If Jason Tatum would have signed his contract first, Jaylen Brown would have been the highest paid player on the team, right? And even when you look at Jason Tatum's contract, it's not that much more than what Jaylen Brown got. I believe Jaylen Brown got like $300 million. Jason Tatum got like $328 million. It's not like he's getting paid a $50 or $100 million more than Jaylen Brown. That's not the case, right? So then things got even more weird, right? Camron got even more confusing to me, right? So then he brings up, right, because we're talking about Jaylen Brown's 2 rings that he won this year, right? So he goes to say, who gives a fuck about rings and trophies? Rings and trophies collect dust, right? So then he asks Mase, would you rather be Robert Horry, who won 7 NBA championships, or would you rather be Charles Barkley, right? And Mase said Robert Horry. He said, I would choose Robert Horry because, Robert Horry was a winner. Charles Barkley, he's literally known for being a loser in his NBA career. He's actually, if you want to be honest, he's actually more popular and more likable as an NBA analyst than he was a basketball player, right? Like, I don't even think the younger generation has ever even seen Charles Barkley play basketball, bro. The only people that know Charles Barkley for what he did on the court is his generation, right? Like, I'm 27, bro. I've never watched Charles Barkley highlights, bro. Never gave a fuck to watch it, because all I know is he didn't win no NBA championships. That's all I know. You understand what I'm saying? And Camron was basically saying that Mase was crazy for saying that. Camron was saying that, Charles Barkley was that nigga. He was a superstar. He was always the number one option on any team he played with. Obviously, Charles Barkley ended up making more money, even outside of just playing basketball on the court, right? He's made a lot of money as a NBA analyst, and he makes money off of endorsements and shit like that, right? But I agree with Mase, bro. If we're talking about basketball, right? If we're talking about what Charles Barkley did on the court, Charles Barkley was never that nigga. Never. Right? Like, whenever you ask somebody, who's your top 10, top 15 best players of all time, right? I never see people put Charles Barkley on that list. Never. Charles Barkley was never that nigga, bro. Like, if we're gonna be honest, Charles Barkley was never that nigga. He's literally known for being a loser. Like, was he good? Yeah, he was good. You know, is he top 10, top 15 all time at his position at power forward? Yeah, probably. Right? Because I'll give him this just due. Charles Barkley was an undersized power forward. I believe Charles Barkley's only like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", and he was playing power forward, bro. And he was playing very good for his size, man. You know what I'm saying? He was considered a superstar, right? He did have great seasons. I don't know if he won MVP or not. I'm pretty sure he may have won 1 or 2 MVPs. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comment section. But guys, Charles Barkley was never that nigga in basketball, bruh. Now, when you look at Robert Horry was that nigga. His nickname is Mr. Big Shot, right? The fact that Robert Horry had such a long NBA career, he won 2 NBA championships on the Houston Rockets. He won 3 NBA championships on the Los Angeles Lakers, and then he won 2 more championships on the San Antonio Spurs. Came off the bench, right? Now, Robert Horry, he may have not have averaged no more than 12 points per game in his whole career, right? But you know what? He was a phenomenal role player. Whenever his team needed him to knock down a big shot to win the game or to take the lead or to tie the game up, Robert Horry knocked the shot down, bro. Robert Horry was that nigga, bro. Growing up, I always knew who Robert Horry was, bro, because I always heard of him knocking down big shots, bro. He played with Kobe, right? He played with Tim Duncan and them. Robert Horry was that nigga, bro. Bro, when Robert Horry got subbed into the game in the 4th quarter, you knew he was going to knock down something. You just knew it. Even if it was just 1 or 2, you knew Robert Horry was going to knock down a big shot, bro. He was known for that, bro. Niggas start trembling when Robert, like, let's be honest, bro. When the game was close and Robert Horry came into the game, niggas got nervous, bro. Niggas knew he was going to knock it down. You understand what I'm saying? To this day, whenever I see, like, Robert Horry, like, he doesn't do too much NBA analyst jobs like Charles Barkley does, but whenever I see him, I'm like, oh, shit, that's Robert Horry. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still got the same afro that he had when he was in the NBA, still got the little goatee, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy. But Robert Horry was that nigga, bro. And that's what I don't understand with Camron. Like, it seems to me like Camron was trying to diminish what Robert Horry did, and he basically painted a picture as if he won 7 NBA championships and didn't contribute nothing to it, which is not true. It's an absolute lie, bro. Robert Horry knocked down big shots his whole career, bro. When his team needed it, he was a role player, and he was a damn good role player. Was he an MVP? Nope. Was he ever the best player on his team? Nope. Was he ever the most clutch player on his team? Yes. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when you look at Charles Barkley, what was he known for? Being a loser. Never winning an NBA championship. Never being able to beat Michael Jordan. He switched teams like 3 or 4 times and always promised his team to win a championship. He never did it. He was a loser. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that Camron is saying Charles Barkley was that nigga, that's a lie, bro. I don't think anybody ever thinks Charles Barkley was that nigga when it comes to the NBA, bro. He was good. He was a superstar, but he was a loser. Charles Barkley wasn't even Allen Iverson, bro. Listen, Allen Iverson brought the 76ers to the NBA Finals, bro, with Eric Snow. Allen Iverson was that nigga, bro. Allen Iverson was that nigga. He averaged the most points per game. He won MVP. He brought his team to the finals with a team that was trash. Allen Iverson was that nigga. Charles Barkley was never that nigga, bro. Come on, man. He was never that nigga. So basically what I'm telling y'all is, if I had to choose a career, who would I choose? Robert Horry or Charles Barkley? I'm taking Robert Horry. All day. 7 rings. I knocked down big shots my whole career to help my team win. And I was a winner. And nobody can take that away from Robert Horry, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you had to choose a career in the NBA specifically, I'm not talking about NBA analysts, who would you choose? Robert Horry or Charles Barkley? Subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. I'm out.
Yeah. You told me things harsh truth to my face. I've been told to walk away. Just know I can never